Hello again. It's been quite a while since I've written to you. We have a lot of things to catch up on, some of which I'd wish it weren't true. But I feel the need to explain everything that's happened. Everything important, at least. 7 weeks I've been here. I'm currently sitting in my basement with the lights off and the screen lighting up my face in the area surrounding me. I've decided to split this log into 2 parts. So much has happened that I can't tell it to you all at once without giving you a collage thesis paper. Now then, do you remember the man living in the house to my left? You should. He hasn't gone anywhere. I've come to the conclusion that he is being monitored just as I am. But his experiment might be a little different than mine. I can't know for sure, but his presence here might be some sort of test for me, but not for him. For all he knows, I'm just a man in a house. There was one day I decided to try to contact him. There aren't phones here. Even if there were, I wouldn't know what number to call. But I went digging around the house and found a chalkboard and its utilities in the upstairs broom closet. I know, I have questioned its appearance myself, but for a place designed to keep me in, it doesn't seem too hard to get something out. I waited by the window for a couple of hours, waiting for him to show up. Once he had, I raised my chalkboard up to the window, and it read, "Can you comply?" Simple, right? After I sent my message, he left the window for a while, maybe an hour or two. I thought I might have scared him off. Soon enough, he came back, empty-handed. I looked closely at him as he viciously shook his head, an obvious attempt to tell me no. He shrugged afterwards. I guess it was an "I'm sorry" gesture. Every chance I got to contact him, I did. He can only answer yes or no, so there isn't much detail into who he is or why he's here. But this is all I have. He can't leave the house either. He has food, water, movies, and books, just like me. What's weird is, he doesn't have a video camera or a microphone, so he doesn't have to do the video logs. He doesn't have a laptop either. I asked if he was given a list every 2 weeks, and he didn't seem to know what I was talking about. That's all I have on him. The next week went by pretty slowly. I had done everything on the list for the first couple of days, and I had learned everything I could from the man on the house on the left. I felt myself becoming another cog in the machine, a single piece in an overwhelmingly large puzzle. I needed to know more. I craved the mystery. Things changed at the end of week 4. I woke up one morning to a crying sound outside my door. I thought to myself, there can't be anyone in the house, and if there was, why would they be crying? Are they hurt? I opened the door and proceeded into the upstairs foyer to find a young golden retriever tied to the staircase banister. A dog? There's a dog in the mix now? My thoughts exactly. I took the dog downstairs where I found some more supplies and a new list. I picked up the list and found something taped to the back of it. A key. The list had 5 directions on it. 1. Stop talking to Peter. So the man in the house on the left's name is Peter. They gave me information so I could stop looking for it. Interesting. 2. Take care of the dog. Seems like I don't have a choice in the matter. 3. Watch Edward Session 2. 4. Skip video logs until instructed. 5. Open the chest at the end of the week. Explains the key. First thing I did was watch the session from Isaiah. He said a lot of interesting stuff. I watched it back before writing this. What I'm about to tell you is word for word. From the interview with Isaiah Phillips. Mr. Hogan has been one of our more interesting subjects to watch. He is trusting and fairly complacent, never questioning the things we ask him to do. When we introduced Mr. Dodd into the mix, Mr. Hogan tried effortlessly to make and keep contact with our second subject. We asked that he stop that in order to keep the results we're hoping for. I'm assuming he has a lot of questions about what it is we're trying to accomplish, but all will be answered sooner or later. That wasn't everything he said, but that was one of the more interesting bits. The video was an hour and a half long, so putting all those words into this would have made it long and boring. I wonder why he asked me to stop the video logs. Maybe they're looking for better results over larger amounts of time. I'm 7 weeks in and they still haven't asked me to start back up again, so I haven't. The dog they left me has been a blessing. It was nice to have company. I'm pretty sure it was the only thing keeping me sane. I named him Bumper. You may be wondering why, so I'll tell you. He constantly, and I mean constantly, walked into walls and pieces of furniture. It was cute. A week went by and I decided to go into the basement to check out the chest. As instructed, I opened the lock right away, but I couldn't open the chest. It was a Schrodinger's cat scenario. Bumper was by my side when I finally opened it, which I wish you weren't. When I came to open the chest, I was shocked to what sat before me. A gun and a note. I picked up the note and it read something I never thought I'd be asked to do. Kill the dog.